Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Buy up, buy up. Hey, for those that are concerned, I got this hat at the Dollar Tree, not the Dollar Tree. Orale. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. Thank you, man. A big shout out and another happy birthday goes to Jekyll's wifey, man. Very big supporters of the channel. We appreciate everything that you do. Can't wait to see you tonight on the live. Got a good one for you. We got something special coming for you guys tonight. So make sure you tap in on the live at 7 Pacific time, the Pacific to be specific. It's all good. Shout out to everyone involved, man. Shout out to Jekyll's wifey. Happy birthday. Now, mic check. You could tell Soul Gang by the writing on the wall that I went to the county jail and I almost let it all go, right? Mic check, man, for Tommy Guns. He was kind of in a very compromising situation, a very compromising position. Now, I like mic check Tommy Guns. You know, I like the fact that he's going outside of the box to do his thing, right? He's not your favorite rapper, but he's Dr. Seuss's favorite rapper. This guy is the most intelligent rapper when it comes to his enunciation is there. You know, you understand every word. There is no mumble rap in his shit. But he did get caught with something in his mouth that we're going to talk about that kind of will make you mumble. I looked at it, kind of made me stumble. Since when does active gang member rappers, people that are part of the streets, get caught? Or what is this new fad about having condoms in your mouth? Let's get to it. Let's look at it. Now, this is a trip. This vato has a pack of magnums in his mouth. He's chewing on magnums. Now, I've never seen anyone in my life get, you know, especially an active gang member or a homie or whatever, get that close to pipa on Instagram. But there you go, man. Pistol to the face and everything. He's giving them condoms the mic check. Right? It's a trip, man. Oh, cap cut, right? You know, we had to do it like that. Tommy Guns is definitely caught in a compromising situation right there. What's going on with these youngsters nowadays? What would make you think it's cool, Tommy? I mean, the rapping's cool. You want to gangbang out there? That's cool. Do your thing, right? But what's cool about getting caught with a whole pack of magnums in your mouth that you put there? No one forced you to put beep on your mouth. You put damn near there. It's like a food stamp to $1. A food stamp is damn near $1, except you can't buy sweets with it no more. This guy put something sweet in his mouth. He went the Magnum. I guess he's trying to show all the fly baby mamas that he's packing, right? But hey, you can't have Magnums in your mouth and Trojan on your pipa. Okay, that doesn't work that way. So this vato right here thought it was cool to post these pictures, several of them, on Instagram with Magnums in his mouth. The world's different, right? I'm kind of confused as to why his homeboys or anyone would ever let him put that out there or how he thought that was cool. Maybe it was the gold wrapper. You know, he's shining. You know, with all that Timu jewelry he has on, plus the fucking condom wrappers, there you go. You got the Midas touch. Every people you touch turns to gold. You know, hey, let's talk about fucking mic check Tommy for a second here. And I'm just clowning, having a good time, man. Don't take it to heart, bro. You're the one chewing on condoms, not me. You know, unfortunately, you decided that as well as wearing a boo-boo from your belt was a cool look. So now you got to run with it. What's going on with all these fads nowadays? What's up with all these guys wearing a particular ex-cartel member on their pants that told on everybody, man? And I don't know. There's just a lot of different things going on. You're talking about, I'm active, bro. I'm with the business. I don't do that snitching or that ratting. And then you wear a big old rata on your chest. It's crazy. But I do want to say this, though. And these are facts, right? And I'm not talking about who you guys think I'm talking about when I say cartel member, man. It's someone else. But we'll just let that go. I want to talk about Tommy Guns in the county jail. Because there's people putting accusations and a lot of questions out there questioning. You know, I don't question his status. I don't question if he has heart. I don't question any of that. I question why he had condoms in his mouth. That's different. That's odd, especially when you're biting down. You know what I'm saying? That's a meme. We're just waiting to happen. But I do question the questions that people are asking. You know, was he DP'd? Did he actually catch a fucking chequeada, a regulation in the county jail? I heard from a couple people that said he did. Now, I was always of the understanding, and again, I've never been to LA County Jail. I'm not a Southerner. I never was a Southerner. I got homeboys that are Southerners or were. So they tell me a lot about the situation. But I've seen regulations happen in prison, you know, specifically on the ad seg yards. Being in ad seg, you know, you got windows outside of your cell. You can see onto these yards if you got a cell that's positioned that way. And I've actually seen Southsiders regulate. And every time I seen a regulation, they pulled out a piece, man. You know, I've heard of dudes, 6-man cells, 5 of them, one dude fucks up, 5 of them got pieces on them. So most of the time, the Southsiders do a regulation. They're trying to take your win, man. If you live, cool, you can come back to the yard. Kaile, homie. If not, mic check, dog. You can tell by the blood on the wall, right? That's it. You're gone. Take your condoms with you. They ain't playing. So when I'm hearing that he got DP'd in the county jail, I wonder what the violation would be for. I wonder what he did. Could it be claiming Sureño when you're not? Could it be just being from Northern California or Central California and getting hated on by dudes from Los? Could it be the fact that he maybe said something or did something that put him in a compromising position besides biting on condoms? What could he have done that deemed a regulation? And then again, I question it when people are putting it out there because he didn't get poked on. I mean, I don't know, condoms, again, different story, but he didn't get poked on with the piece, with metal, right? Because we would hear about that and he'd be walking way more funnier than he already does. So I'm saying this, I say that to say this. I don't believe he was disciplined or chequeada or regulated in the county jail. Again, I have heard situations from Southerners that have told me sometimes it's just a hands-on, depending upon the infraction. I don't know. I've always seen the Southerners just use pieces and fucking, they're trying. Look, Southsiders move differently, man, especially ones that are behind them walls. I got a lot of respect for them. I've seen them program. I've been seeing Southerners program behind walls or fences since I was a young kid, you know. That's what actually changed my mind concerning Southsiders. As a Northerner growing up as a Norteño with the Norteño cause behind my back, I hated Southerners, right? I went with a hatred and a bias. I figured these dudes were my mortal enemy. They were the biggest threat. They hated me as much as I hated them. And initially getting to the youth authority, that's all I seen. Right from the gate, man, first day in NRCC, a riot kicks off with Vatos from Bakersfield. They got plaqueado. It was like 40-on-6. They got smashed, right? And I took pride in that. Like, yeah, we got him. But really, as I grew up and I started to think 40-on-6, it wasn't too hard, right? And they stood up and stood their ground and handled their business. So who really won? In the end, who really won that? Yeah, they got jumped on and beat with chairs, but they came back to the yard. And the winners are, right? And that little morsel right there of intelligence sunk in my mind. I downloaded that in my CD-ROM, and I remembered that the smile on their faces as they're being handcuffed and maced and took out of there. They're in their minds, they're like, we got off with 40 motherfuckers and we're still standing, Holmes. Right? I was like, gotta respect it. Me and my celly talked about it. He was like, and Vatos handled it. They took it like champs. They sure did, right? Now, as I started to gravitate into the youth authority and into prison and all that, I never once, I mean, I seen cowardice moves by every group, dudes rolling it up, dudes getting plaqueated, dudes getting fucked off their careers. Happens, right? Can't prevent it. But I never really seen Southerners bow down. Anytime there was something to pop off, they popped off. So I get a lot of dudes that are Norteños or Northerners. Oh, you give these Southerners too much love. There's a difference between love and respect. I got a lot of respect for them because anything I've ever seen, they've always handled their business accordingly, right? So when I say that, I say back to Mike Check, Tommy Condom, Tommy Magnum. We're going to start calling him Tommy Magnum. If we're going to call fucking Little Toro Big Sopa, we got to call Tommy Magnum. And you could tell by the writing on the walls, right? You know, I used to chew on condoms when I was in the halls. I used to chew on Magnums when I was out there in bathroom stalls. Look, I don't know what he's doing, but let's watch it again for shits and giggles. Ooh-wee, mic check. Now, if that isn't a pack of Magnums in his mouth, then I don't know what is. And if he doesn't have a little Labubu, a Tweety bird hanging from his waistband, I don't know what is. Ooh, Magnumed up. Let me throw it up for you. Davalta got 2 watches on, so he can tell you the time of day and night. Sasuke. Look at Tommy biting on some Magnums. Why would you ever want to be close to a device that's used to go on people's pipas? That's like 6 or 7 different Magnum condoms right there in his mouth. So you've had 6 devices that go on dick in your mouth. It's wild. back to the regulation, right? If anything, you should get regulated for that. What kind of active sureño runs around with condoms in his mouth? Not any that I know, and I grew up hard, but not that hard. So anyways, I don't believe he was regulated in the county jail. I believe that something happened that made him disgruntled. We seen the video. He came out. He was questioning being a Southerner or not. I did a video on it as soon as I seen it. I'm not trying to downplay this man's commitment to what he is. It's hard being an upstater. They go through some shit, man. I have primos that are upstaters, and I have one primo in particular. I really don't talk about him too much on my channel. I talk about Ricky and I talk about Pepe and them. And those are tears of a clown, right? But I don't talk about this particular primo because he's pretty hardcore, like pretty super duper hardcore, right? And we're talking about my primo. This is a fact. Lives in a northern dominated city right now. Gang of norteños with the business. Like these dudes are with the fucking activities, right? And he lives right in the heart of it. Big old fucking X3 on the back of his calves, just mobbing, right? Doing his thing, Impalas, Cadillacs. I mean, you go by his house, he's either in a car club or he's straight up sureño. You just know that right off the top. Big old sureño Mexicano on his chest, and he's bald all the time, and he fits the profile. He's Mr. Capone, but minus the Pakistan, right? Just really, really isotonered out. And this Volta right here has always, and I would ask him, hey, what's up? You get hardship? And he was like, man, I'm representing where I'm from no matter where I'm at. And I respect it, right? So, but I have seen situations where other Southerners from upstate, they catch the blues, man, and it's on and cracking. Some cities are not as deep. Some they're a little bit deeper. So it's a back and forth thing, but it's definitely a thing where if you're standing your ground as a Southsider or an upstater in Northern California, I have respect that, man. You're with the business for that one. So I'm not going to hate on Tommy Guns, even though he comes from a small little tiny speck on the map, with nothing but a gas station and some place that sells some bomb chili cheese fries from what I hear. And they got one taco truck that I heard hits, you know what I'm saying? If you could tell by the writing on that fucking taco truck's wall, as long as they're not handing out Magnum condoms, we're going to be good because I'm not trying to eat those. Tommy is though. Tommy is. When they said Tommy burgers, they didn't mean Tommy burger. That's just for reals. But he's definitely down for his cause. He represents, and then going into the LA County jail, that's different. So anything could have happened. Whatever did happen, though, he was disgruntled and he felt that he was left hanging. But, hey, a lot of these Vatos get left hanging. I got left hanging. I've had so many homeboys leave me hanging. It's ridiculous that I got tired of it. And I didn't back up from the gang or drop out from the game because I was tired of it. I just got tired of fucking backing people's play that wouldn't back mine. You can see it. You can see the writing on the wall. My check, Sul gang. You can see it, Norte gang. I just was tired of it. What about Chito Ranas? When Chito Ranas got out, he said, fucking nobody cared about me. Fucking nobody. They didn't send me no verga. They fucking didn't give me a mamon, wait up, my check, maybe. They didn't do nada. I had to gain all this weight on my own, right? Except for Swifty. Swifty showed him love. The thing is, he got out disgruntled and disillusioned. He got right back into the mix, and all of a sudden, the homies were the homies again, right? But if you noticed, he went from hanging around hardcore gang members all blasted back to now a whole bunch of Punches Pilot Edgars. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he's getting a little bit more mic check from them, perhaps. Then you got Vatos like Tommy who get out and, I don't know, Sul gang, you could tell by the penal code on the wall, these guys definitely didn't back me up. And he was, maybe I should just quit. Quit what? Quit putting condoms in your mouth. How about we start with that? Quit wearing the boo-boos, the foo-foo. Stop doing that, right? So we have a lot of different things, and I'm not meaning to say the world's watered down, the gang members are different on it, but they're fucking different. We have a fucking active gang member with fucking condoms in his mouth thinking that's cool. If you guys are like, oh, that's hard. Sasuke, look. I got a geek bar in my mouth. Fuck it. I'm a geek, right? That right there goes nowhere close to a man's scrotum. So I'm cool with that. And if you do put that near it, Spencer, that's on you. If you like the feel of it against your skin, then you're different too. That's it, Tommy. Tommy Guns definitely got out of county jail upset. And what's funny is he did exactly what I said he was going to do in my last video. He got right back in the booth, right back Southsider, right back Sureño, right back all that. But I haven't heard him say Sureño yet. I've heard him say Southsider and SSP, his barrio. But he hasn't said Sureño. Again, I tell you youngsters that are out there, and I'm just giving you knowledge you can't get in college. Game. Guard! I'm giving them game. And here's some game, Tommy. Please, never, ever, ever put condoms in your mouth again. Porfas. Now, here's some more game. Sureños and Southsiders are not the same. If you watch Lucky from Hoodstocks, he explained it himself. It's coming from a real one. He explained it. Okay, it doesn't matter active, non-active. Take the advice from whoever you can get it from, right? Soak the education. They're not the same. I'm not going to tell you how to become one or what to become. You're going to have to figure that out on your own behind them walls where it can only happen. And that's just the truth. So I don't know if Tommy Guns went in the county jail and they checked him on that and he was feeling some type of way and he was all disgruntled and said, I might as well quit, right? No, you might as well quit putting condoms in your mouth. That's what you might as well do. No, don't even might as well. Just quit it, please. Quit it. But anyway, so I don't know about these people saying that Tommy Guns got regulated or DP'd, and everybody wants drama. Everybody wants to see a little young homie or somebody get beat up on. I don't. There's three things in this world for Tommy I want to see. I want to see him become very successful because I believe he has it in him. You know, and look, no matter what he says or what he does, he's a product of the motherfucking Valle, just like I am, right? So I'm happy that he's getting the push. I'm happy that he's doing this thing. I don't look at North and South like that anymore. I look at as a young brown man coming up, man. 2, right? Stop fucking claiming things or saying things that you don't know about. Educate yourself. If you're going to be a real one, you got to do real education because you can get caught up in a twist by your own gente and your own people that you're fucking with behind the words that come out of your mouth or what you say. And 3, and this one right here means the most to me. Get the fucking magnums out of your mouth, stupid. Please. Hey, the raza we lost 300-400 years right there with fucking Sud gang. We lost 300 years by you putting that shit in your mouth. You know, if you want to put a gold chain in your mouth, you might as well put a fucking Costco weenie in your mouth. I don't know why he thought that was cool, but I guess nowadays it's different. That's my words of advice for Tommy Guns. I want to see him become successful, but all this, and then you can't be sad, homie. You can't tap out after a couple weeks. You know, you do time. Maybe I just should go. Maybe my check. Maybe I should, but you can tell by the writing on the Sud game. Maybe I should quit. Quit what? Quit being a fucking chirujo right there with that shit in your mouth. That's what you need to quit. Stop it already. I wish him the best, man. And I'm only doing this for fun. Tommy Guns, I don't hate you, bro. In fact, I support the shit out of this guy. I support him, Lefty, all the Southern rappers, Northern rappers. I support these guys. I listen to their music. I play their music all the time. I put people onto their music. I want to see the young raza come up. But I want to see you guys do it righteously. That doesn't mean be like we were in the 90s and be all gang related and killing each other. Nah, it shouldn't be going down like that. Treat others with respect. Remember, everything you do on social media is a reflection of you. The way you dress, the way you act, the way you talk, things you say. You know, when you're living that gang lifestyle, there's things that should not be spoken on, things that should not be told. The game is to be sold, not to be told. And in some cases, man, the money ain't worth it, right? Especially when you have to kick it into the big homies anyways. What I'm saying to you is this, Tommy Guns, keep the Mecco maneuverers out of your mouth and keep what you're not supposed to be speaking on out of your mouth. And you should be all right. As far as if he wants to quit banging, good, man. Not everyone has it in them. Just because you rap about it and you talk about it, let's really look at Tommy Guns from an outside perspective, right? No hating on him. Motherfucker, you come from a city of 100 people. You never really experienced the only time. That's why you talk about Juvenile Hall all the time. That's when you first experienced gangbanging, Juvenile Hall. Or when Northerners came into Big Stone and shot some shit up. Or when you guys decided to go hunting a little bit in Tulare County. Other than that, you never really experienced the hardship like the Vatos and Los, that there's Vatos and Amigos on every fucking corner and block. You know what I'm saying? Like a city like Merced, homie, where you're either on crank or you're getting ganked, where they're out there shooting them up, bang, bang, red on red back in the days and all that. So you didn't really experience that. You experienced cornfields and taco trucks. So, and obviously magnums in your mouth. So what you need to do, bro, is really understand that I understand that you might not be cut from that cloth, but it's not a big deal. Being a gangbanger and an active gang member doesn't make you cool. Doesn't. What it makes you is a person that's going to be more susceptible to being incarcerated, a person that's going to be more susceptible to scrutiny by your own gente, and a person that, albeit is talented in his own ways, is scrutinized for having fucking these in his mouth. Let's look at it one more time. Mic check. Look at that. Look at that. Who used those that night? Who used those that night? And who did they use them on is the true question. Because I could tell by the writing on that wall, it says Magnum. And that's unfortunate. Uh-oh, watch out. He's a pistolero. He's from the pistolero gang. Fucking Tommy. He's just a kid with a cracked star on his forehead and a Magnum in his mouth. He really got to step up his game, because if you went into the county jail for just 3 weeks and came out fucking Jimmy Swaggerting, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. Anyways, with that being said, just a little bit to clown on. Have a good day this Sunday, man. Hey, this is the last thing on earth I would think I would be talking about on a Sunday is a guy with condoms in his mouth. But hey, it's Tommy Guns, and he's official, like a referee's whistle with a magnum. Hey, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all my people. This is just comedy, man. I'm just clowning, having a good time. Tommy, shout out to you. Respects, man. Even though you don't respect me, I'll respect you. Now you tell me who's the bigger man. And I ain't got to show him in my mouth to show him. Bang, bang. Again, happy birthday to Jekyll's wifey, girl. We appreciate you and your husband tremendously. This is the gun. Bang, bang.